Hello everyone, this is Heratmania. Welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past, for the 3DS. Previously, the party acquired the green gem, and our man Hanlon is back on his feet. Now they'll be heading east to the tower to wall up the monsters. Level 5 for all, and copper swords for the fellows. That green gem worked wonders. 1 minute Hanlon's at death's door, the next he's raring to go. It's high time we took ourselves over to them monsters there, so it is. You're not afraid of heading there, are you, Davalos? Nope. That's good to hear. You've got guts, that's for sure. Come on now. Let's get ourselves over to that tower. When are we ever going to get back to Pilchard Bay? No offense to Hanlon, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life in this no-horse town. With Hanlon back at full strength, there's hope for the village yet. Bring our girls home, and we'll have this place back on its feet in no time. Hey, doggy. Grrr. Hanlon, would you look at the state of me beautiful vegetable patch? I want you to avenge me carrots, peas, and spuds. Box them monsters' ears for me, will you? Well, if it isn't Hanlon, how's she cuttin'? You're not too sore, I hope. I'm guessing from that twinkle in your eyes, you're heading back to that tower, am I right? Well, this time round, you've got Davalos and the gang alongside you. That's grand altogether. Yes, so it is. Hanlon, I'm begging you, will you bring me Shoban back home where she belongs? Not quite sure how to pronounce that name. Away and give me headpiece, will you? Can't you see I'm trying to get some rest? Off you, off you. How ya, Hanlon? It is you, is it not? It's not a ghost or a banshee or anything like that. Ah, that's grand to hear altogether. So this band of travellers fixed you up with the green gem, did they? Sure, they put the rest of us to shame. Well, if it isn't Hanlon, and you look like you're going straight back out there to give them monsters hell. Well, mind how you go now. We'll be rooting for you, so we will. With the prayers of the whole village speeding us on our way, them monsters are as good as dead. Come on, Davalos, let's get over to that tower. Humph, it's all well and good, him rooting for Hanlon, but who's going to be rooting for us? It sounds like the whole village is putting its faith in Hanlon. Do you need a little lie down? Sure, it's on the house. No, thank you. Well, whenever you're feeling tired, you know where to come. It's on the house, remember? Thank you, sir. Meow. Arg few, arg few. How are you? Were you looking for your man to do some shopping? Yeah? Well, as you can see, the lazy fiend went off to his bed and left me to mind the place. Now let's see if I can get this right. Doing fine so far. Some medicinal herbs. Into the bag. Hello, martial artist. Hanlon, you're back on your feet. You're all fixed up now then, are you? Indeed I am, and heading right back to that accursed tower. This time, I'm bringing all our girls home safe and sound. You're going right away, you say? Ah, sure, you're a better man than me. Good luck to you. Da, promise you won't let any of the monsters biff you this time. We won't let them, Patrick. There's no guarantee that getting rid of the monster's leader will help us find our way back home, is there? Ugh, we're jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire, and it's all your fault. Of course. What's that you say? Amn't I afraid to be heading back to the monsters that nearly finished me off the last time? Not at all. Last time I was all by myself, you know, but now I've a band of fine fighters by me side. We're about to head into the monster's lair. The same monsters that left Hanlon for dead. Gulp. Not that I'm scared or anything. No, we're going to show those monsters what for. Indeed we shall. So, to the tower. Around to the north, then east. And here's that nasty tower. I don't like the look of this place. I'll bet it's crawling with monsters inside, you can just tell. Davlos, whatever should await us in there, I want you to put your trust in me. I won't let any harm come to yous, on me honor. Eek! Oi, don't do that, Davlos. This place is scary enough without you speaking to me out of the blue. Well, excuse me, Maribel. Let's head in the first floor first. Up a stairway here to the west. A Tung Fu fighter and ellipse. Farewell, enemy. Now for this pot, with 20 gold. Now then to the other side, up this stairway, 2 pots. Ah, a medicinal herb. And nada. Now back outside. Nothing to the east. Well, well. Hello. It seems very interested in Hanlon. It seems to have worked out where it's seen him before. It looks surprised that he would come back from war. And it looks distinctly like it's about to attack. A fight against a golem. Let us sap it. Sap this sap. Oh, very nice, Hanlon. Yes, hit Hanlon. Let's give him a pounding. Goodbye, Golem. And Kiefer reaches level 6. And it drops a chest with a green fragment. Green fragment number 1. It seems to be breathing with some difficulty. And it seems dead. Sure, a big wimp like that is no bother. Let's head inside, shall we? One green fragment. In we go. Does anyone actually know what the leader of the monsters looks like? It must be pretty scary if it's got all these horrible things doing its bidding. Watch yourself now, Davalos. The monsters could come at us from any direction. There are a lot more monsters in here than there were outside. This place is crawling with the blighters. A cat mage, a meowgician, and a nightcrawler. Nice, Hanlon. Goodbye, Nightcrawler. Nice job, Hanlon. More of those, if you please. Downstairs. The second floor, I think. And here we have cactiballs and ellipse. So long, enemy. Downstairs, floor 1. Well, well, our first red fragment. A red fragment. So our first green fragment, and our first red fragment. And this chest contains a bronze knife, a weapon upgrade for Maribel, Beautiful. Now up the eastern stair first. Farther up. Here is a pot with 5 gold and a chest with a leather shield. A plain old shield. You have it, Davalos. Now back downstairs. Down again. Then up the western stairway. Farther up. And up again. Who is that over there? Looks like the boss man's not around. Well, let's take care of that nasty-looking monster in the meantime. Look, Davalos, there's a weird monster over there. Do you think it could be their boss? It doesn't exactly look like leader material to me. What's that thing? Surely that boring gray blob can't be the leader of the monsters. What a letdown. It looks more like a crab than a blob. Are we nearly there yet? We've been climbing this tower for ages, and there's still no sign of this leader. Why'd they build a tower with so many stupid floors anyway? I wonder where Maeve got to. She left the mine before us, but she didn't go back to the village. Who knows? Maybe she's in this tower somewhere, just waiting to give us a helping hand. How are your legs holding up, Davalos? Are you tired out yet? If you need a break, just say the word like. I'm all good. If you need to, you can drop off the edge here to leave the tower. Another new foe, mouse flaps. Take that, mouse flaps. Up again. Oh yes, run off. Chicken cactus. Goodbye, enemies. And Maribel reaches level 6. Congrats, Maribel. Level 6. Tongue Fu Fighters. Nice job, Hanlon. Goodbye, Tung Fu fighters. A level for Davalos would be nice. Lips and Meowgicians. Hanlon, your assessment should be that there are enemies. And your prompt action should be to attack them. Goodbye, enemies. Upstairs again. More enemies. Owie. Goodbye, enemies. And Davalos reaches level 6. And learns Buff. That increases the defense of one ally in battle. Level 6 for Davalos. What's up, guys? Nice, Hanlon. Do that a bit more often, please. Some more flying rats. Ratty bees. Goodbye, mouse flaps. And Prince Kiefer reaches level 7. Congrats, Your Highness, level 7. Hello, guys. Nicely done. A couple of chests. 80 gold coins. And this one has a seed of resilience. Yummy, yummy. Hello, Lips and Mouseflap. Farewell, enemies. Here we are. What's that thing? Surely that boring grey blob can't be the leader of the monsters. What a letdown! Look, Davalos, there's a weird monster over there. Do you think it could be their boss? It doesn't exactly look like leader material to me. Looks like the boss man's not around. Well, let's take care of that nasty-looking monster in the meantime. Yes, indeed. Hello, nasty-looking monster. Ack, 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 ack. You humans are such cowardly little shrimps. You figure out when the boss is away, and you wait until then to attack, ack, ack. But I won't need any help chopping you to pieces. Our boss will be so impressed when I destroy you single-clawed. Ack, ack, ack. We'll see about that. This guy is the Crabble-rouser. Alright, Davalos. Let us begin with Buff. And Maribel can sap. Not nice, sir. A buff for Kiefer. Maybe another sap. Ouchie. Thanks for not killing Maribel. Oh, really? Good timing for that. That will do, sir. Take that, Crabble-rouser. Maribel reaches level 7. And she learns Snooze. Drops a chest with a Seed of Resilience. Very nice. Heck, this never would have happened if the boss was here. Heck, what? The boss? What? Maeve? So you're the one behind all this. Heck, boss, finish them off, will you? They really hurt me, you know. Boss? No! Stop! Boss! What are you doing? Heck. Sorry, Davalas. I didn't want you to have to find out like this. But it's like Hanlon's after saying, I'm behind all the bad stuff that's been going on. I'm nothing more than another monster, ordered to make sure those women never return to their homes. This is the real me. But there's one thing I want yous all to believe. You remember back when I met yourselves by them graves? I don't know whose they were, but I knew I wanted to leave flowers on them. That wasn't a lie or any sort of trick like. That was the real me. Whatever part of me is still human made me go there, made me want to do that. And Hanlon, listen to me. It was your boy Patrick who made me realize that. That's enough out of you. Don't you be bringing my lad into this. No, you have to hear this. When he came here like that, all on his own, he didn't care about the danger. He just wanted to help you. It reminded me of someone. It reminded me of me. I did the same when I was his age, went after me brother. But he never came back. Wait, Maeve. Sure, I knew it sounded familiar. Molloy had a little sister by the same name, did he not? Well, now, there's a thing. Yep, Maeve is really Molloy's sister. I went to try and find me brother, but all I found was someone else. Someone who told me terrible things. He told me the others had betrayed Molloy, that it was their fault he was dead. I began to hate everyone back in the village. And before I knew it, the hatred had taken over me heart. I lost sight of who I was, and became this. I couldn't bear it if the same thing happened to your boy. Listen, Maeve, I promised Patrick I'd thank you for him. It seems you did him a great service. So I don't want to fight you. I don't want to cut you down. But I'm going to ask you this just the once. Will you return our womenfolk to us, and let us go back to the lives we had before? Do that, and I'll spare you. I owe you that much, after what you did for me, son, and for Davalas and his friends. I'm sorry, but I just can't do as you ask. See, the only way to bring your womenfolk back, the key to setting them free is, it's me life. As long as I live, you'll not see them again. Then I'm sorry, but you leave me no choice. I understand. Well, this sucks. We have to fight Maeve. And what's even worse, she won't fight back. Maeve is defeated. Hiya! I don't want any of the rest of yous doing any more fighting. This responsibility is mine and mine alone. It's time for me to finish this. Davalos, are we just going to stand here and watch? Maeve doesn't deserve this, does she? Do you really mean to stop me, lad? Yep. Believe me, I don't want to do this. This is the sister of our village's greatest hero, after all. I don't know who or what made Maeve do this, but the fact remains. Without our women, our village has no future. If this is the only way to bring them back and rid this island of evil, then I have no choice. No, don't. Please. You can't do it. You can't kill her. Your name was Maribel, wasn't it? Thanks. You have a good heart. Listen, remember the forest where I first met yourselves? I want you to go back there when this is all over. And please, you have to believe me. This was my only choice. Oh, and Maribel, thanks so much for giving me those seeds. It meant a lot. Well, that takes care of the darkness. Well, would you look at that? A bright blue sky of all things. Ach, but there's a part of me heart that this sunlight just can't reach. No, now's not the time. Come on, let's head back to the village. If we're in luck, our womenfolk will be there waiting for us. Very well, Hanlon. And after that, Maribel's at level 7. With snooze. That puts some enemies to sleep. Maeve's tragic true form. The leader of the monsters who've been kidnapping the local women is lurking in the tower, and it turns out to be none other than Maeve herself. Maeve's older brother Molloy once wanted to defend the village from monsters and went on a mission to eradicate them. Sadly, he never made it back alive. Maeve became terribly bitter that no one from Ballymolloy went to his aid, and this bitterness eventually turned her into a monster. But she sees some of herself in Patrick and eventually comes around. She brings the women of the village back at the cost of her own life. And with that, the evil is eradicated from Ballymolloy, but Hanlon doesn't seem hugely relieved. Look, Davalos, all the dark clouds have gone. That means it was all worth it, right? But there's something that's bothering me. Who was that someone else that Maeve was talking about? So it was none other than Molloy's sister who is behind all this. Ah, if only there was something I could have done to spare her life. Ah, but dwelling on it isn't going to do a bit of good. Come on, Let's get back to the village. Sorry, but could you leave me alone? I really don't feel like talking right now. That's okay, Maribel. Now then, back to Ballymolloy. Yes, who was that someone else? Back to Ballymolloy. Well, well. Well, it looks like we saved the village. I just wish there could have been another way. Our womenfolk, they're back, so they are. They've returned to us. Ah, we did the right thing. I'll not have anybody telling themselves otherwise. It's hard to feel too happy about things when you think about what happened to Maeve. Ah, Hanlon, you're back safe and sound, I see. Me fella told me all that happened, how we were dragged off by them awful monsters, and how you came to our rescue. Tell you the truth, I can't remember a thing about being taken captive, but that's by the by. Thanks a million for all you've done. Hanlon, would you look at this? Me wife and daughter have come back to me. Sure, I could scarcely believe me ears. The thought of himself digging up his own vegetable patch to save me and your one. I never thought he had it in him, so I didn't. Oh, 1, 2, 3, Mammy caught a flea. She put it in a teapot and made a cup of tea. Not the most pleasant rhyme. Listen, me darlin', I'll never let ye out of me sight again till I'm cold in the ground. Never. How romantic. Sure, would you save that soppy talk till later? These young folks can hear you, so they can. Hello, Nun. The Almighty has a plan, you know. All our meetings and farewells are His doing. I've a funny feeling He's a lot still in store for yourselves. Oh yes, a whole lot. Would you believe it? At long last there's a break in the weather, and the sun's shining through. I hope you'll all remember to thank the Almighty in your prayers. Well, if it isn't Hanlon, sure it's a fine day and no mistake. The sun's splitting the stones, and me darling wife's back where she belongs. I'm gonna rebuild this village with me own hands, you just see if I don't. Starting tomorrow, like. Them monsters spirited us away somewhere, eh? Alls I remember is it was awful dark. Well, I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a bit of an adventure now and again. Ah, who am I kidding? It was desperate altogether. Hanlon, you made it back. Ah, that's grand altogether. Would I be right in thinking you gave them monsters a hiding? Yes, you would. Ah, I'm very glad to hear it. And thanks to yous, herself is back with me and all. I can't thank yous enough. Well, I'm grateful to you. Now I've just got to fix me house up, and everything will be grand. So the girls are all back again. Big deal. Sure, it makes not a bit of difference to me, at all. I'm going back to sleep. Are you unattached? I've been thinking a lot about trees. You can cut a mighty oak down, but then a new one will grow from a little acorn, eh? It's a lot like life, do you not think? One generation leaves, and another one springs up to take its place. Do you know that Molloy, the hero of the village, had a little sister, so he did? When her brother was off fighting the monsters, she managed to slip away and was never seen again. It could make you weep, so it could. I just pray she's safe somewhere, and one day she'll come back to the village. What a kind old man. I hope Maeve can rest easier, knowing there are people like him about. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. You're charging now. No, thank you. How's the form, Hanlon? I owe you one, so I do. You got me wife back safe and sound. I feel a bit guilty, to be honest. I got away without having to tear this place down after all. Not like some in town. Could do with some repair, though. Hanlon, there you are. Sure, I'm only after promising this fine young lady that I'd let her be the first to hear me latest verse. Since yourselves are here, would yous all like to hear it too? Sure, it's no bother, like. All right. Grand. Well, here we go. Me heart's doing backflips, me head's in a spin. I just cannot wait for each day to begin. How do you like it? I think it may be me best work yet, like. I'm not claiming to know anything about poetry, but if that's his best work yet, I'd hate to hear his worst. Erg, what a rotten poem. It's hard to feel happy about things when you think about what happened to Maeve. Oh, that was Kiefer. Hanlon, how can we ever thank ye enough? The village may be banjaxed at the moment, but where there's life, there's hope. We'll soon have it back on its feet, you'll see. Well, it looks like we saved the village. You'll never leave me again, will you? Sure, I can't take the thought of being apart again for a single solitary second. Come on and marry me, will you? Sure, we'll tell everyone in the village and have a right old knees up. Oh, I couldn't be happier. Seems me fellas finally realized what a catch I am. Our womenfolk, they're back, so they are. They've returned to us. Meow. Hanlon, there you are. We've been praying for you morning, noon, and night, so we have. Young Patrick's been mooching about the place with a big frown on his face ever since you was headed out. He'll be happy to have his da back, let me tell you. Now I'll stop blathering and get back to me day job. Ruff, ruff, ruff. What's up, dog? How are you, Hanlon? It's grand to see you back. I'm sure you've noticed, but our womenfolk are back and all. I dread to think what would have happened if they'd not made it. Sure, there's no other way of saying it. You saved the village, so you did. Hey there, Patrick. Da, you're back. You did it. How are you, Patrick? Were you worried about your old Da? Well, there's no need to worry any more. The monsters won't be bothering any of us again. Deadly. Thanks a million, Davalass. You and your pals are the best. Oh yeah, did you meet Maeve and all? We have to tell her we beat them monsters. We did meet Maeve, lad, yeah. I thanked her for you, just like I promised I would. You did? Thanks, but now it's safe, I'd better go and thank her myself. She'll be chuffed to bits, I know she will. Poor kiddo. Well, no sense in standing around here all day. Let's be heading in, shall we? The clouds are gone, and our womenfolk are back. Everything's just the way it should be. But it just doesn't feel right. Maeve should be back here where she belongs, living peacefully in the village. She's Molloy's sister, after all. Ah, sure, never mind me and me old blather. Now, Maeve told you to go back to the forest where you met her, did she not? You should head there now, like. You never know. You might find some clues that'll help you find your way home while you're out and about. And if not, just remember, you've always a home waiting for you here in the village. You and your pals saved me life, and you saved our home. We'll not forget that in a hurry. Not that I'm hoping you don't find your way back, of course. I'll be praying you do. We all will. Anyway, less of me chatter. Off with you, and here's hoping this is goodbye. Ah, you know what I mean. Thank you, Hanlon. Now, Maeve told you to go back to the forest where you met her, did she not? You should head there now, like. Here's hoping you find your way home, Davalass. Thank you very much, Hanlon. And we'll go back to that forest next time. And let's see, this shows our tablet fragments. These are the 3 we found on Estard Island. We found 1 red fragment in the tower, and 1 green fragment. Would you believe it? I would. So we'll head back to the forest next time. This is Heorot Linnea. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.